Hi everyone, I'm back today with a brand new review for The Queen of Nothing by Holly Black. This is such a beautiful book and the cover is absolutely amazing. And I just want to say a special thank you to Jonathan Ball Publishers and Jonathan Ball Children's for gifting me a copy of this amazing book in exchange for an honest review. So I rated this book 4 out of 5 stars, and to be honest, I haven't read the whole Folk of the Air series. This is the first book that I read in the series, but I'm different in the way when it comes to series. I like to read the last book in a series because then I can determine if the last book is good. I'm not going to waste my time. It's really depressing when you read 3 books and you get to the 4th book and it was absolutely boring and you realize you wasted so much time. So after reading this book, I decided that I will invest in this series and that I will buy the first 2 books, The Cruel Prince and The Wicked King, and find out why does Jude and Cardan have such a love-hate relationship, and find out what's happened between Jude and her twin sister Taryn. Jude is a mortal and she is exiled in the mortal world, but she lived in Alfheim and she's an exiled queen living in the mortal world with her sister Vivian. But one day, and her little brother Oak. And then one day, her twin sister Taryn arrives and asks her if she would go back to Alfheim and pretend that she's Taryn, because Taryn did something and she needs Jude to lie for her. Taryn is requested to be at an inquest and she knows that if she speaks the truth she will have trouble, so she needs Jude to go in her place and lie for her. And then Jude grabbed that opportunity with both hands because she really wanted to go back to Alfheim. She wanted to take back what was taken from her. She wants the throne, she wants the crown, she wants the title of being queen, and she wants the authority. But not everybody welcomed her. I gather that's why it was difficult for me to write the review, because I'm not 100% sure why everybody don't like Jude. I'm not sure why there's some hatred towards her. So that's why I need to read the first 2 books to find out. But regardless of that, she went back and she's in the book it says that she was Cardan the High King's seneschal. I hope I'm pronouncing that word correctly. But then she was exiled, so she came back obviously with such hatred and anger towards Cardan, but they have this love-hate relationship, and now she pretended to be Taryn, but he immediately realized it wasn't Taryn and that it was Jude, and he took her to his royal chamber and he told her, "I know it's you, Jude." And so then through the book we see their love-hate relationship, and they I don't know, in the beginning you're not sure what's gonna happen, because I gather from this book that their relationship has been like this for a while. I have absolutely no idea, but I'm gonna read the first 2 books, so then I will understand more. But from this book they're in each other's company a lot, and some things happen and some things don't, and some things are said, and that changes things. And that changes the way that Jude feels, because she's scared. She doesn't want to give her heart to Cardan again, because what if he betrays her again? I mean, when she came back to Alfheim, it was under a false pretense. So the story progresses, and Madog, her foster father, he wants to duel Cardan for the throne because he believes that he should be king. But there's a curse on the crown, and in the beginning it was prophesied over Cardan that he will be the ruination of the throne. Let me just quickly see, I cannot remember the correct words. Let me just see. He will be the destruction of the crown and the ruination of the throne. So nobody really kept that in mind, or not everybody, but some people did. But okay, so Cardan was the king, and Madoc decided that he wants the throne and the crown. But a lot of things happen along the way, and at the end, Jude is up against Madoc, and he does some things, and her heart turns bitter towards him, really. And then there is a shocking surprise. A curse is unleashed over Alfheim, and Jude faces the greatest decision of her life. And I mean, the future of Alfheim is at stake, and she's the only one that can either make it happen, or whatever she makes or whatever she does, it will either be for the good or the bad. So she really had a lot of responsibility on her shoulders, but at the end she did what she thought was best. And the moment that you realize that the cover and the title fits perfectly together, and when you actually look at the details and while you're reading and you realize this is what it means, it's absolutely shocking. While I read, I closed the book and I had to open it again, and I read the sentence over and I closed the book again just to make sure that, wow, Holly Black is such an amazing writer to be able to give us clues on the cover, but we're not actually realizing what's going to happen because we're looking at the cover, but as you read it, it makes perfect sense. So Holly Black will be one of the authors that I will buy from now on. I like the way that she described Alfheim, the way that she described the armor, the way that she described the characters, their skin, their hair, their eyes. She takes the reader on a journey, and she surprises us with pleasant surprises. I must say, it's pleasant. But this book, while reading this book, I thought about some books you can compare to a slice of toast with cheese on it. The characters are boring, you don't really expect much, and the story doesn't surprise you. And then there are other books that you can compare to a 5-course meal. Your imagination is awakened, and from the first page you know that this is going to be thrilling. And this is what you get when reading The Queen of Nothing, a 5-course meal. The reader will be in for such a treat with the detailed storytelling and the action that happens when there's a battle. There's a battle scene, and I just couldn't read fast enough to see what happens, and it was in such detail. And even the way that Holly Black kind of creates a history to the characters. Take Grima Morg, for example. She's a redcap, as well as Madoc, Jude's foster father, and they, after killing people, they dip their hat in their blood and keep it like as a memory or a trophy or whatever. It's really gruesome, but still, I mean, who would have think of that? And then there's also the different courts, like the Court of Teeth, the Court of Termites, the Court of Shadows, which is the spies. So that's really, really detailed, and she created an entire different world in 305 pages. And when reading this, you are transformed, and you really, after reading this book, you feel like you were there. And I enjoyed the sisterly bond between Jude, Taryn, and Vivian. From the story, I gather that Jude and Taryn had some issues, but as this book progresses, whatever happened in the past, they put that behind them, and their love meant loyalty. When Jude needed them for support, they were there 110%. So their relationship evolves and develops, and that's one good thing that happened, really. I think at that moment that Jude felt that she belonged. I mean, throughout the book she battles a lot with her emotions. She's really uncertain about things, and she's scared at times. But as the book progresses, she develops, she becomes braver, and she uses her fear to do what's right, to actually do what's right. I think the choices that she made with her heart, because she's immortal. And there's actually a quote that I really like that she said. She was talking to, I'm not sure, to Rondalen. I'm not 100% sure who she was speaking to, but it was Maddox. I think she was speaking to Maddox, yes. And he told her that she's immortal and she's gonna die. And she said, but that's what mortal means. We die. Think of us as shooting stars, brief but bright. I really like that quote. And she has some wisdom. Jude really has some wisdom. And even though she was really hurt, and even though she was really, betrayed with all the trickery and the lies, she didn't allow that to bitter her and to make her resent everything and everyone. But I really enjoyed the story. It was thrilling, it was exciting, and I would definitely recommend this for anybody who enjoyed Serpent and Dove, or Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mahurin, or Sorcery of Thorns. I'm sorry, I'm keep on thinking in thrones instead of thorns, because this book was about a throne. After reading this book, you will know why the word throne is stuck in my head, because something epic happens with the throne. And then Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. So I really hope that you enjoyed my review, and I apologize if it doesn't make a lot of sense, but this review was hard for me to write, like I said, because I didn't read the first two books, and my opinion is only based on this book. But this book is amazing and I really enjoyed it, and Holly Black is an amazing, creative and talented writer. And if you enjoyed my video, please like and subscribe to my channel. I will be leaving a lot more reviews in the future. And if you have read this book, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to know what you thought about it. And if you read the whole series, what did you think about the conclusion, about that huge surprise that includes the snake? What did you think? But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye!